Along with it, corruption and recurrent conflicts across the African continent. Oxfam's Pan-African Director Jana Ncube says while Africa has seen robust economic growth, Africans must stay vigilant to ensure the gains of independence are not lost. At the United Nations Environmental Assembly in Nairobi, delegates heard how Africa is uniting in the fight against poaching, meanwhile, in a bid to save wildlife.
58 years since the first Africa Liberation Day, now known as Africa Day, the continent is free. With freedom comes challenges including poverty, disease, hunger and conflicts. Speakers at the Nairobi conference challenged the continent's leadership to work harder to fight these vices as well as shed off donor dependency.
The failure, in my view, to incorporate democratic principles and norms, the failure to incorporate high standards and norms around human rights are part of the reasons we are continuously not seeing the kind of peace, the kind of development, the kind of progress that we would like to see happening in this continent.
The Africa Rising theme was carried on to the United Nations Environment Assembly, where African Union representatives told of efforts by the continental body to lead efforts towards saving Africa's wildlife.
They are also working together on ensuring that we stop that high demand, that demand which has been created around the ivory, around the rhino horns, around, call it all from Africa. We must put an end to that. So the heads of state, the leadership on the continent are saying no. We must ensure that we are working together.
Estimates from the United Nations indicate that between 2010 and 2012, 100,000 elephants were killed for ivory in Africa. Now, African leaders say they have the political will to stop the destructive trade.
Can you imagine in future when a child will come and ask, how does an elephant look like? Because we have exterminated all the elephants on the continent, we must stop it.
From Nairobi,
Happy Africa Day.
Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Kenya.